Welcome back, friends. Today we're going to go through the process of unyellowing, deyellowing, de-aging, and doing sun damage, basically restoring yellow midsoles, except I don't have a pair of sneakers where it's aged poorly right now because I've restored most of them. But I do have this pair of Gucci sandals that I own that's got a bit of sun damage, a lot of oxidization that's turned the white bits yellow, and the green and red section is yellowed a bit as well. So just going to go and go through the process of how I restore them, because a lot of people have asked me this question on Discord. So here we go. First, we'll take a closer look at, the bits that got kind of yellowed. It's just the plastic hoop there. You can see the white parts are pretty much all yellowed lightly. You can see in contrast to the white that doesn't really yellow because I believe that's foam down there. And then you can take a look at the green and reds there. It's got a yellow kind of shade to it. So there's a lot of sun damage on them. These are sandals that I wear in the sun. So things that you'll need: paper towel. Make sure you keep your area clean. This is the most important: SalonCare 40 cream, red label. So this is, I believe people use this as a hair product for blonde highlights and stuff. Cling wrap, just to wrap it up. Some elastic bands to help wrap it up to keep it from evaporating once we put it in the sun. Toothbrush to apply, and make sure to keep yourself safe. Some gloves. All right, let's get everything prepared. So we'll just do one of the slides today, so we'll put the other one away. Let's get our area prepped. This stuff is pretty nasty, so you don't want to get it on your fingers or all over the table. So just get some paper towel, layer down, keep the area nice and clean so that you don't make a mess, and of course get it on your skin, because like I said, you don't want to get this on your skin. It might sting a little bit. Next up, I get some, move this here. Let's see, I'm not wearing my watch today. I don't want to ruin any of my stuff. So, right, gloves. Before anything, I should get some gloves on. But oh my gosh, these are tiny. I can barely fit my hands in this. This is basically like the OJ trial there. If the glove don't fit, you gotta quit. Yeah, I'm struggling to just get this other glove on. Oh, I really need to be a little more better prepared for next time. Look at this. This is just I'm putting my fingers in the wrong holes here. All right, let me just sort that. Really apologize for this. So hopefully this is some good comedy for you guys that are watching this far. Be trying to put this glove on. All right, I think that's good enough. Yeah, look at this. It just looks terrible. Anyways, all right, so let's get some of this Salon 40 cream here. All right. And I'm just gonna pour this like right on the surface here. You really want to be careful not to get it on anything that's not white. So if you're doing this on a sneaker, you might want to tape things up a little bit. Let me just shake this up a little bit. You might want to tape things up a little bit, but because in this example here that I'm doing, everything is all white, not really gonna make a difference. So you don't want to, get things too messy there. So we'll just apply it on, just pour some on, and just apply it all over with the toothbrush here. All right. So just make sure you get a good coverage area, because you'll get splotchy. And usually my first run, there's a bit of splotchiness to it, and I've seen it happen just because I don't use enough. But use a good amount. Just make it all goopy and everything, and make sure that the whole area is covered. And you don't have to worry about wasting it, because like I said, like that saran wrap, when you have the saran wrap on top of it, it's just going to basically hold it and seal it in there to make sure it doesn't evaporate away. So you can see I'm just being really careful. Just get all the edges here. Get as much of the cream as possible all over. I probably need a little bit more here. Just let me dump a little bit more. And my hands look ridiculous in these tiny little gloves. All right, so yeah, just apply it liberally and just make sure that all the area is covered. There's some sun damage on the underneath. I'm not even going to bother with the underneath because it's not really visible, so I'm just going to do the top layer here. And yeah, like I said, like a lot of people will not want to do this on any of the colored surfaces, but in this case, you guys can see that the Gucci colors there have yellowed quite a bit. Doesn't have the vibrance of when they were brand new. So I'm just going to cover it as much as possible here. There you go. just add a little bit more here, you know. Let's not waste any of this here, so let's go. Let's just cover as much as possible. Yeah, like what this cream actually does is, you know, this cream is mostly hydrogen, and you can make this yourself. It's hydrogen peroxide, baking soda. I think some people put vinegar and stuff in it, but the active ingredient itself is the hydrogen peroxide. When you put it out in the sun or under a UV light, which I'm going to use, it basically creates the reverse reaction to reverse a chemical reaction of what oxidization does, and basically turns the yellow back into white. So, all right, all done. So next is I'm gonna go and just put this away and just put some saran wrap on there. All right. Here, I'll need to get some better saran wrap. These cheap dollar store saran wrap is just not easy to actually get out. It's just stuck here. All right, I'm just gonna peel this thing. I'm just gonna rip this by hand. This is just terrible. All right, here we go. This is a little faster here. So, all right, that's enough. Let's just rip it by hand on the edge here. There you go. Get a better job of that for next time. Be a little more prepared before I shoot the video. Yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. All I need to care about is just basically getting this wrapped, sealing the cream on the surface, so under UV creates the chemical reaction to reverse the oxidization. So once everything is wrapped and sealed in there, all right, next comes the elastic bands. So just basically tie it down. Really, if you're going to do this in a UV box like I have, probably don't even need the elastic bands. It's more for outdoors. You don't want the wind blowing on it and just kind of ripping it off. And but it's just habit, I guess, of doing these over the years. Just clamp that down. All right, and that's it. Everything is prepared and ready to go for the sun or the UV box. So let's see how well that's going to work. So I'll show you what the UV setup looks like. All right, so here's the UV box that I have. It's just free advertising for HelloFresh there. You know, kind of hold the bottom, or sorry, on the top, and just line it with tinfoil and tape so that all the UV kind of light reflects on it. Yeah, and then basically throw the shoe in there, and then that's my UV light there on the right. So yeah, like most people just throw the shoe out after it's been prepped out in the sun, but we'll use the UV box a little bit faster from my experience. So we'll put the slide in there, and then put the UV light on, and this is just a standard UV grow light that you can buy on Amazon for about $100. And then you just plug it in and turn it on. Yeah, you can hear the fans going. You can see the UV light just go in the box, reflecting inside there. So yeah, we'll let this run for a bit, and we'll kind of do a progress check in the next couple of hours and see how they look. All right, so this is hour 1. You can see it's already whitened up a little bit there. Pretty quick on here. Like I said, like if it's on the sun, it takes a little bit longer. So let's throw her back in there. All right, here we are, hour 2, just a little bit whiter in comparison to the one on the left. So small improvements, but I think the third hour is going to be a little bit telling. So let's get her back in the box. All right, here's hour 3, and yeah, not that much whiter. So I'm going to actually take this apart, clean it up, and then just redo the cream and do another 3 hours. So let's see how it looks. And this is the second application of the cream, another 3 hours, and yeah, it's not really improving much. So I think that's it. That's as much as it can go. So let's take these out and see how it looks. All right, so I took it out of the wrapper, washed it off, cleaned it up a little bit, and here's a side-by-side comparison with the one that we did not do. So the lighting actually doesn't look that much less yellow. In front of me right now, it's a lot whiter, but yeah, in this video, the lighting, I guess, is just is not really picking it up. But maybe I should take a photo and see how it looks. But let me see if I can just move it around for a little more lighting here. Yeah, it's oh, there you go. I guess that lighting, when you turn it sideways, you can see a little bit better here. Yeah, the mark, it's hugely improved in person. But yeah, let me see if I can just yeah, I'll take a shot here. Let's take a look. Yeah, just had to make sure that I wasn't overexposing it with lighting, and so I just took a camera shot of this, and you can see very clearly now. You know, you can see the it's a lot whiter. This is what it actually looks like in person. So you can see that the yellowing has pretty much gone away. The white almost matches the bottom, the foam areas and everything of the sandal there. And look how much more the green, red pops out. The Gucci colors there pop out. So looks much better. So yeah, next step is I'm just going to do the other one and just do some final shots to see how they look. And there we have it, all restored. So both of them nice and white. It's not as white as the bottom foam there. Obviously there's still some aging there. Probably another 6 hours in there that'll clean that up a bit, and probably a little bit more scrubbing just to clean up. So there's a lot of bit of dirt and grime. I wouldn't say a lot because I already scrubbed it a little bit, but probably could use a little bit more elbow grease. So there you have it. Hopefully this is a helpful video for you guys that want to you know, restore your yellowed oxidized midsoles, and Jordan 4 netting. That's probably a big one. Some of the white pairs of Jordan 4s age pretty poorly and gets yellow. So hope this helps you guys, and see you next time. Thank you.